reducing it? Why are you reducing it? Hello, everyone. Welcome to day 2. Okay, let me just quickly share the screen before anybody joins in. Yeah. Okay. Welcome to day 2 of the 3 days virtual assistant workshop. So yesterday, that was day 1, we did go over some foundational and basic stuff like talking about who a virtual assistant is and is not. And we also talked about some services that you can offer and the types of VAs that we have. And then we went into discovering your niche and service and all of that. So we actually touched a lot yesterday. So if you're just joining us, there is a replay. If you're just joining us and you were not available yesterday or could not join us yesterday, the replay is available on this YouTube channel, and you can just quickly go over it and so that you get an idea of what we did yesterday. So today is day 2, and today we are going to talk about how to get clients, or how to attract clients, or where to find clients so that you can start making money as a virtual assistant. Okay, once again, my name is Grace, and I am excited to welcome you once again for to this session. Okay, so let me just make a quick caveat here. Today's session is going to be about how to attract clients and get clients for your VA business. So this is specifically for people that want to embark on their virtual assistant journey as a business. That is, you want to do or start a virtual assistant business. But if you want to work for a company as a virtual assistant, like a full employee, and all of those things where they do job opportunities, and you apply for the job and you go for an interview and they hire you and they pay you monthly salary as an employee, this session is not for you. Okay, because the things I'm going to talk about. Okay, now before I go into that part, if you're also looking for clients quickly, like you need money quickly, now, like you need an urgent kind of thing, I don't think you're going to benefit much from this session. That is, if you just need something short term, if you're just in it because you think it is a get rich quick scheme, like everybody's talking about how they started their virtual assistance business and they are making money, they made full time and all of that. Fine and good, those things are true. Okay, but I don't think any of those people said they made money immediately they started that up. So there is a time to these things. So if you're looking for money quickly, maybe you're in a financial situation and you're looking for money quickly to to sort yourself out and all of that, go and try looking for a job. All right, I'm giving you an advice now. Try looking for a job. Try looking for a job and something else while you give yourself time to push your VA business slowly, so that you don't put yourself under pressure to start employing some tactics that will, get back at you in the future. All right. So if you want to be a VA that is working in a company and is not running your own business, this particular session is not for you. All right. It's not for you. So this session is for people that want to build a business and want to do it for the long term. want to do it for the long term, not a short term thing. So if you want to be a VA and in the next 1 year or 2 years or 3 years, you still want your VA business to be there so you can start training and coaching others and all of that, this video is for you. Now, because a lot of things we're going to talk about, a lot of the strategies are long term strategies, not something that you can apply right now and get clients. Okay, is it possible that when you apply all of these strategies, you can get clients almost immediately, maybe a day or 1 week or within a month? And all of it is very possible. Okay, but I would like you to think long-term thinking. All right, I would like you to think in the long-term basis. This is long-term strategies that will keep working for you 1 year, 2 years, 3 years to come. All right, so don't look for short-term gain. If you need some if you need, you're having financial struggle and you need something to support you while you're building your business, you can get a job. All right, you can get a job or get on Upwork platforms or get on ads, run ads that will give you money immediately. But if you want to build a long-term business, let's go in and look at these strategies. All right, so I'm just putting this out here so that you will lower your expectations and take it easy on yourself if you start implementing some of the strategies and you're not seeing results immediately. Okay, like when I shared one of my stories in the email I sent to you guys, I got my first clients the first month I launched or I announced my business. But after that, everything just went cricket. There was nothing. I was not getting clients for 6 months until I had to go and build up. I used the opportunity to build up skills before coming out again and getting clients consistently. So there's every tendency that you could be sending emails, doing all the right things. Like you're sending emails, you're doing all of this one, you have your portfolio, you have everything, but you're still not getting clients. There's every tendency that you could be doing all of the right things, ticking all the right boxes, and you still not get clients. So I'm putting this out here so that you give yourself grace. Okay, you give yourself grace and not put too much pressure on yourself and allow the process of time to take its course. And before you know it, you will be the one running from the clients or telling your clients that you're fully booked. Okay. So let's get started. So today we are going to look at how to attract clients as a VA, and we are looking at the first module. We're going to look at how to present yourself as a VA and talk about how to create a portfolio without experience or without any job sample, any job experience, and all of that. Then we are also going to talk about how to actually attract your clients as a VA. Talk about mindset and core client attraction strategies, and then we also talk about your client attraction funnel and tips and hacks and all of that. So if you have your notebook and your pen, okay, I'm a paper and pen kind of person. So if you have your notebook and your pen, or you have your note-taking app, let's get started. Okay, let's get started, because and get ready to take a lot of notes. Get ready to take a lot of notes. Get ready to make a lot of points. All right. And also get ready to ask questions, because I'm going to be attending to some of your questions as I'm talking. Then if you notice, I also removed the actions and the excuse me. Sorry. So if you noticed, I took out the actions and the tasks that I was giving. Thank you. Sorry about that. Thank you. So I took out the tasks and some of the actions that I was giving yesterday, and I put it in a separate document, the workshop, that like the workbook, so that I will share it with you guys. Thank you so much. So that I'll share it with you guys and you can use it personally and have time to work on it later. Okay. So let's get started. So the objective of this particular module, and today's session, thank you so much, is okay. So by the end of this module, I'm going to be talking about how to create a portfolio and present yourself as a VA right now. So by the end of this module, you should have an understanding of how to present yourself as a VA and how to create a portfolio that showcases your skills and bring you clients. Okay, so once again, you might not feel like this guy at the beginning of your journey, all right? Just put that somewhere in your mind, but that is completely okay. Okay, so don't put yourself under pressure or feel pressured by anything or anybody. Everybody's journey is different. Everybody's VA journey is different. So don't put yourself under any kind of pressure, all right, to make it quick. You're definitely going to make it, but just give yourself time. All right. So I would like to start first things with impression. Okay, so we are talking about how to present yourself as a VA right now. So I would like to start with the impressions that you create. All right. So we all know that first impressions matter. So it is important that you make a good first impression on your potential clients, because there are so many VAs that are offering the same types of services that you're offering. So if you don't make a good first impression on your clients, they are just going to leave you and go to the next person, and they'll keep going to the next person until they find the person that, you know, is a perfect fit. They like to use that word perfect fit. So they find the perfect fit for what they are looking for. So in the VA world, your first impression can make or break a client relationship. Your first impression can get you hired. It can also make you not to get hired, even though you're doing everything right. And it can also break the relationship that you have with your clients. Okay. So how you approach clients, how you respond to jobs or job posts, how you communicate, how responsive you are in your messaging and email, your outlook, that is the picture of yourself that you have on your social media platforms or wherever the client is communicating with you. All of those things matter. Okay, even the name that you give yourself as a VA, it matters. The colors that you use on your all of your documents, your social media, your graphics, your contract, all of those things like that, your color, your brand color, they all matter. Okay, even when I say the name, when I started my VA business, I started my business name was the Introvert VA. All right, the introvert VA. I just use the introvert VA because I'm an introvert and a virtual assistant, of course. So I just had to go with the introvert VA. And when I started, I remember a client that I pitched, and the person responded and said she responded to me because she loved the name. The name seemed catchy, and she's also an introvert, so she felt like this is someone she could easily relate with or could easily vibe with, and she will not be under the pressure of having to constantly communicate because all the introvert things and all of that. So she reached out to me and we talked. Okay, now apart from the name of my business, which gave her that impression and made her to want to reach out, the way I carried on the conversation with her also made her to continue and then eventually hired me. Okay, so first impressions matters. Right. So most potential clients will decide within the first few seconds whether they want to learn more about you or move on to the next VAs. So for example, when you see a job post on social media, maybe Threads or Facebook or Instagram, when somebody says, I need a VA or I need a social media manager or I need an admin VA and all of that, and this is my budget, what do you do? All right. What do you do? A lot of the responses I see, like I monitor those platforms very well. So a lot of the responses I see mostly from Nigerian VAs are usually I'm interested. Okay, I'm not attacking Nigerian VAs right now, but it's mostly Nigerian VAs or African VAs, and then let's say a little bit of Philippines and Indians and so they know the first thing I see is I'm interested. Or some will say, please hire me. Some will say I'm an admin VA, hire me. That's all. Really? That's all. That is how you choose to present yourself. I'm interested. That is all there is about you. Is that all there is about the value that you're going to provide for this client? Is that all there is about your brand as a person? I'm interested. Really? Okay. So, when I see those things, I just laugh and I'll be like, these people are going to keep applying for jobs over and over and over again, and they will never get picked because they are doing it wrong. They are giving these people a very bad impression. They are giving these people a wrong impression about themselves, about their business, and they will not get hired. Okay, so let me just so what you do when somebody posts and you see a job post that you're interested, instead of saying I'm interested, go back and do a little research on this person. Okay, click to their profiles, read about their business. If they have a website, go to their website, spend some minutes, read about their business, read about them, read about their content, and have an idea of the kind of problem they are going to solve, they are looking to solve, the kind of problem they are looking to solve, and then come and give them a well thought out response. Not an AI response, a well thought out response like you're talking to a fellow human being. Hey Sarah, let's imagine that the person's name is Sarah. Hey Sarah, I know you posted, even though they have hundreds of responses, all right, you can just say I had the time to look at your website or look over your profiles, and I saw this, that. I saw that you did this, that, and this is what I can do. Then you offer some tips. Okay, you offer some tips or a solution that you think is going to help, and then now tell the person, if you're looking for more, that kind of thing like that, reach out, let's chat, or I'll be happy to chat with you about this. That kind of, just give a well thought out response, not I'm interested, not I'm an admin VA and I can help you. Don't do that. Don't do that. Put some effort. Some people don't even put effort at all. They just write I'm interested, and then they'll go and cross their fingers and wait for a miracle to happen. Okay. This thing I'm sharing with you is how I got my first client. It is how I got my first client. I did not post I'm interested. The person was looking for a Pinterest manager. I did not write I'm interested. I just went over and I looked at her business. I looked at her website. I looked at her business. I did a little audit, and I came back inside that group that had, her post where she was going for Pinterest manager already had over 200 comments. Okay. But I did not mind. After going through her website and her business, I went back to that her post and I told her, hey, I looked at your website. This is the mistake you're making. This is why you're not getting people to buy your product. This is why you're not getting traffic to your website. If you fix this one, all right, here is a quick fix for you. Just work on this thing today and see the impact it will make in your business. Now, for the Pinterest help you're looking for, if you don't fix this problem, no, there's no magic that the Pinterest manager is going to do that will give you results. So fix this problem first, and then the Pinterest will work. Now, if you want more elaborate solution or need me to go behind your waist and fix this thing for you, let's chat. I'll be in your DM, or that kind of thing like that. And the person skipped all of the 200 comments that were under her post and came to me and said, is it okay if I message you? I love this, and what you said is actually true. And I told her yes, and we talked. I helped her to fix the problem without charging her. And then she now said, okay, fine, I'm ready to move forward with the Pinterest help that I need. And I gave her, my price as a new VA. Okay. I did not try to price myself like what other people were pricing, because I was new. I needed to get my feet in the door. I needed to get something to get started to give me the experience I needed. So I just gave her a fair price, and we went on and we continued. So don't go and post I'm interested on any job. Take your time. If the job is for you, by the time you come back with a strategy, with a well thought out response, with your personal strategy, you're going to get it. Because most of them don't end up hiring anybody from those comment section where they write I'm interested, I'm interested, I'm interested. Some of them will now go back to their network of friends and ask for recommendation, because they will get disappointed by all of the I'm interested things. So please, the way you present yourself matters. Instead of being desperate and jumping on every job, every post to say I'm interested, go and do a little bit research. Put effort. Don't be lazy. Don't be a lazy VA. Put effort. Okay, make effort to make sure that you do the work. This thing is work. It takes a lot of work. All right. So, so if you don't do that, they'll just ignore you and move to the next VA. All right. So this decision that they make, is always very quick, and it is based on how you present yourself online. It is based on how you present yourself online through your profile. So when you make a comment on somebody's post and say, "Oh, I'm an admin VA and I do this, I do that, I do that," the first thing the person does is to go to your profile. All right, they go to your profile, they check you out. What type of content is this person creating? Who is this person? What is this person like when they are not working, when they are not pushing out their well AI written, well polished LinkedIn profile and CV and all of that? Who is this person behind all of this? Is this person somebody that my business can be safe in their hands? They look at all of those things. They look at your profile before they go out and check out your portfolio. And then they check out the social media posts. What kind of content do you share? Are you the kind of person that will bring your clients this secret, business secret, and put on social media just because you're chasing clout? Then they will now come back and analyze the comments that you dropped on their post. Was it an intentional, valuable comment, or it was just something you just dropped to move on to the next job post? So by the time they go through all of that, they will now decide, okay, let me check out this person. Let me message this person. Now, if they don't get the kind of data or information they are looking for, they move on to the next VA. So do you want to be the person that gets hired, or you want to be the person that gets passed by to the next VA? All right. So if you want to be the person that gets hired and not get passed on, you have to present yourself well on every platform that you choose to be on. Okay. Now, this reminds me of an experience we had recently when we're trying to hire. We're trying to hire somebody to, was it social media or content creation, something like that. And this VA, in quote, submitted her application and her CV that was 100% AI written, and even the photo that she used on the CV was AI generated photo. And I was like, okay, AI generated photo on your, like, and you want to get hired, all right? And then everything was okay. So I don't have problem with that. All right. Now let's move on to where I actually had the problem with. So what she did was that when I asked her, I want to see your social media profiles because this your CV is not representing you and it is not going to get you hired. Let me give you a chance and see your social media profile or see your portfolio, that is your work samples. Let us see if we can work together. And she said that she doesn't, her social media is private. She does not share her social media and work and stuff like that. I should rather go to some profile she had somewhere that is very well polished, and all. I should go to her LinkedIn profile that is very well polished and all of those kind of things like that. And and I was like, no, I don't want your LinkedIn. I want to see you. I want to know how you write. You say you are a writer. I want to know how you write on social media. Okay. And she said no, that her social media is locked. She cannot, and all of that. And that was how we left this person. All right, because your social media profile is locked, is private, and you do not have any other place where you are posting content where clients can easily find you or relate with you. Okay, you're not working with a robot, you're not looking to work with a robot, you're looking to work with a fellow human being. So people need to be able to see you, to connect with you, to know if they can work with you, so they don't waste their time or waste their money. So we left this person because she locked her profile. I mean, why are you locking your profile and you are a VA? And then your CV is something else. No, please don't do that. All right, don't do that. So have it in your mind that clients are looking at, before they reach out to you. They've looked at they've checked out your profiles, they've checked you out, they've judged you before they even reached out to you. So make sure that whatever they are looking at and using to judge you will leave a good impression about you so that you get hired. All right. So you get hired. So now, why does it matter to have a good impression? Why does it matter? Number one is that trust and professionalism. Okay, a good first impression or a professional appearance across your social media platforms or your website immediately instills confidence in the client. First of all, they are not working with a scammer. Okay, because when they go through your social media profiles and they see real interactions with real humans, they see that you're either vulnerable or you post some personal content. It doesn't have to be everything, like everything doesn't have to be personal. But when they see that you post some personal content once in a while and that shows your human side, not just your work side, and then you also post your work side and post professional things and all of that, it gives them this kind of confidence that okay, they are dealing with a human being, they are dealing with somebody who is not a scammer, who they can hold accountable. You know, like if something goes wrong, they can easily tell you on social media and you have to come and answer to protect your name. So it gives them that kind of confidence that, okay, this person is not going to run from my with my money. So, and clients want to feel that they can trust you. They want to know that you can be trusted. They don't want to know that their business is in good hands, and they want to know they can trust you to handle your tax efficiently and competently. Okay, so a good first impression puts you in that place where they see you as somebody they can trust. They see you as somebody that is efficient and is competent enough to handle the task. So if you have profiles, websites, or social media that is scanty, that has nothing that can sell you as a VA, you are doing yourself a disservice. Now, if you don't even have an active profile at all and you do not have a website, you're doing yourself, that means you're not even ready. You're not even ready to succeed or make money as a VA, because these are the things that attract the clients to you. Okay, so the next thing is you need a good first impression to stand out in the competitive market. As I said before, the VA industry is fast growing. We have so many VA coaches now than we did 5 years ago. We have so many VA courses and trainings and programs now than we did 5 years ago. Okay, and you are not the one that is offering the admin services. You're not the one that is offering the graphic design service. You're not the only one that is offering the web design. There are thousands of people that are offering the same services as you. Okay, so the first impression that you create will help you to stand out in the seas of all of those people, whether it is in how you respond to your message, whether it is in how you present yourself on social media, or on your content and all of that. It helps you to stand out. So it is not just about what you offer or having a fancy service and a fancy portfolio and a fancy was it testimonials all over the place and all of that. It is about how you offer those services, how you present yourself, how you're communicating to get this person to like you enough to trust you with their money. Okay, so create a good first impression. Create a good first impression. All right. So some key points to remember: your online presence is often your first introduction to your potential clients. So presenting yourself as a professional and confident VA can set you apart from the competition. All right. And building credibility begins with how you showcase your skills, your experience, and your brand, that is your person, online. Okay. So remember this: your goal is to leave your potential clients thinking this is somebody I need to work with. All right. So if somebody goes through your profile and is not left with that impression, you have failed to present yourself well. Okay, so the stronger first impression you make, the higher the chances of a client coming back to you to pay you to do stuff for them. All right, so let's go into the elements of presenting yourself professionally. Number one is having a clear branding. A clear branding. So, a lot of VAs ignore this at the beginning. All right. I'm not saying spend a lot of hours or spend a lot of days focusing on this instead of focusing on marketing your business. But this is important because even though this may not be the thing that brings you the money, it is a thing that helps a client to stay. So your personal branding matters. So you have to define your brand as a VA. We looked about niche and strengths yesterday. So the next thing is to talk about your personality. How are you going to bring your personality into the business? Okay. Is it going to be reflected in your principles? Is it going to be reflected in your value? Is it going to be reflected in your name? Is it going to be reflected on your social media? Is it going to be reflected in how you show up on your discovery calls to talk to your clients? How are you going to bring your personality into your business? All right, think about that. Then, once you're done with that, you choose a professional headshot. All right, you choose most of the people that are they're registered for this training. I took the time to go through your social media profiles both on Threads and Instagram and everything, and I felt sorry for a lot of you because your headshot on social media does not even present you as somebody you want to work with. All right, and then how you describe yourselves, the kind of or the kind of content you put or the lack of it does not present you as somebody that clients should take seriously. So think about all of those things. Then think about the name that you're going to call your VA business. Okay, so if you want to do it as a business, but if you don't want to do it as a business, like I said in the beginning, just go and get a job, look for a remote job. Companies that are all hiring VAs full time. But if you want to create a business, think about all of these things: your brand colors, your name, your the tone in how you talk to your clients. Your portfolio, how you're presenting yourself, and all of that. Okay, then also think about words that will reflect your brand or words that you want your brand to reflect. For example, companies have what we call core values. Okay. And when you look at how most of these companies do business, they always try to make sure that the way they run their business or they treat their staff or they treat their employees aligns with their core values. So the core value becomes like a touch that guides them, that guides how they run business. So you also as a VA, you need core values. You need those 3 to 5 words you will that will guide you, that will serve as a touch in your business. So it will control how you run your business, how you interact with your clients, how you relate with prospects and other VAs and all of that. Okay, for me, when I started my business, the 3 words that I wanted to use, that I used to describe my business, was authenticity. I put myself out there like an authentic person that my clients can trust. Okay, and the next one was transparency, because as a Nigerian, a lot of things are against you already, just bearing that Nigerian flag. Okay, the fact that there is this stereotype about Nigerians and Nigerians as scammers and all that, like, so white people don't waste time to call you a scammer. They don't waste time to call you names apart from being racist and all of that. They don't waste time to call you a scammer. So if you're a Nigerian, you're carrying the Nigerian flag, there are lots of things already that are not in your favor. So you need to put yourself in a way that the clients you want to work with can trust you and will not have to question anything, whether this person is going to run with my money, or whether this person is going to do this or is going to do that, whether they actually know how to do their work or they just want to go and copy somebody's portfolio. Okay, because there is a client that reached out to me and said she has problems working with Nigerian because the first Nigerian she tried to hire copied the white person's another VA's portfolio and used it as his own portfolio. All right, all the work samples, all the testimonials, like this person just went and lifted everything and presented it as his own. And when she was impressed by the portfolio and chose to hire him, he could not do the job. He could not do the job, and he could not even deliver the job according to the standard that she saw in the portfolio, which built her expectations. So these people have come to believe that Nigerians are this, Nigerians are that, Nigerians are not to be trusted. So, and even though you did not have a role in this thing, it is going to affect you as a VA who wants to work with foreign clients, except you want to stick to Nigerian clients and African clients. But if you want to work with foreign clients, these things are going to affect you, whether you like it or not. So you need to position yourself in a way that even if they bring all of those things, by the time they come and see how you're running your business, they see how you present yourself, they'll be like, okay, let me trust this person. Let me believe that this one will be different from the rest. Okay, so I had to use words like being authentic and transparent, and all of those things like to define my brand. I had to try to make sure that in my dealings with my clients and prospects, I was transparent, I was authentic with them, I was not, playing around with words or promising things that I cannot deliver and all of that, just so that they can trust me. Okay, so find out, come up with 3 words or your core values. Okay, come up with your core values or come up with 3 words that you want to describe your business that will guide everything that you do as a VA if you want to build a long-term business. Okay, come up with 3 words, come up with brand colors that you want to represent your brand, because those things give up energy. And if you relate to the white people very well, they are all about energy. All right. I remember being on a discovery call with a particular client, and then I was not this expressive. Being on a call with a particular client, and this person said, no, that our energy does not match. I am too reserved, I am too calm, I am this one, that she wants someone that is fire, and all over the place. And so that, when they are talking, they can vibe. She kept saying, I don't vibe you, I don't vibe you. And that was it. So she said, the work, she knows I can deliver the work, but our energies don't match. And that was what made me to lose that particular job. So you have to define all of these things for yourself. What kind of energy do you want to put out for your clients? What kind of energy do you want to vibe to? Do you want to vibe to, so that it can get you to rapport very easily and very well with your prospective clients? What kind of colors would you like to use as your own brand color that will make you stand out, that will pop and all of that? All of those things like that, they matter. What are you going to call your VA business? What is the name you want to call your VA business? All right. So those things are the things that you need to put into consideration for your personal brand, to put yourself out there and give you a good first impression. Okay, then the next one is how you communicate with clients. How you communicate with clients. I'm not going to talk about the bio because we did a little bit of that yesterday in the 2 to 3 sentence speech and all of that. So your communication style matters too. Okay, so are you going to come off as professional, formal, and corporate, using only formal and professional terms to talk with your clients, or are you going to come off as friendly and relatable and casual, somebody they can easily, rapport with and talk and share ideas and brainstorm, or are you going to come up with as an advisor, somebody that is always there with the information and is always handy and is helping? Whatever communication style you want to choose, think about it wisely. All right, because it can either bring the client to you or it can send them away from you. And also think about your, tone of voice and your mode of communication. All right, and then the next thing I want to talk about is building an online presence. A lot of us don't have an online presence, and having an online presence is not just limited to social media. Okay, social media is important, but one advice I would like to give you is to create an online presence, or create a presence where your target audience are. Don't just jump on Instagram because they say you should be on Instagram. Don't just jump on LinkedIn because they say you should be on LinkedIn and that's the only place you can get clients. Don't jump on Facebook or Threads or Twitter just because every other person is doing it. Go to where your audience are hanging out the most. All right. So when I started my VA business, All right. I had a Facebook profile that I was using personally, right? But I was not. I have a love-hate relationship with Facebook, Instagram, and all of that. So I was not posting consistently on my profile. But I knew that a lot of the clients I wanted to target, I was targeting bloggers and coaches. So I knew that a lot of the clients I was targeting, they were in Facebook groups. All right, they were in Facebook groups, either asking questions about their business or getting advice or running their own groups for their courses and trainings and programs and coaching clients. So I had to go and join those groups. I did not create a LinkedIn profile. I did not create a Twitter profile. I don't even know if I can remember my Twitter password till tomorrow. Okay. And I did not jump on Instagram because I didn't want to have, Instagram is stressful. Okay, for me, Instagram is stressful. So I just went to Facebook groups and I joined as many Facebook groups as possible that were owned and run by these foreign people, because those were the people I wanted to target. Okay, so I joined those groups, and yes, I did tweak my personal profile, because when you make a post in the group, they will come to your personal profile to check you out. So I had to change my profile picture on my personal profile, update my bio, like I am in this, I help this and that on my personal profile. So even if I was not making posts every day, but my profile was updated and showcased what I was doing. Okay, then I focus solely on the groups. For 2 years as a VA, I did not make one post on any social media platform. I was concentrating only in those groups where my clients were, or where my target audience were. I was sharing tips, I was sharing ideas, I was sharing valuable posts that will help them solve certain problems when it comes to Pinterest or blogging, and I was getting hired, okay, on a steady basis. So go to where your target audience are. Don't just jump on any platform because everybody is going there. Go look for where your target audience are hanging out and go there. If your target audience are more active on Google, using Google to search for information, or using Pinterest to search for information and all of that, then go and create, a blog for yourself so that they can find you on Google and find you on Pinterest. If your target audience are on Instagram, go and create an Instagram profile with your business name and optimize it properly and start posting content there. All right. And the content should not be hire me, hire me, hire me kind of content. It should not be sales, sales. It should be a mixture of value content and the promotional content. All right. So the first tip here is to go to where your target audience are, where they are hanging out. Are they hanging out on Reddit? Are they hanging out on Quora? Are they hanging out on LinkedIn? Are they hanging out on Twitter, on Instagram, or Threads, or Facebook groups? Do they have their own websites and don't care about social media? Think about all of those things and go to them. Go to your audience, okay? Because in the beginning of your VA journey, you have to be the one to go to your clients. And then once you have established some trust and they know you, they will now start coming to you. So it will reverse. They will start coming to you on their own. They will start referring you to other people, and those people will come to you on their own. Okay, but you have to go to them since you're just starting. So look for, get on platforms where they are. If your clients don't care, if your target audience don't care about social media, and they have their own website and newsletter, they are creating content on YouTube, or they have a podcast, that means you too, you need to get a blog, your own website and a blog, and start posting content about your business and your services and all of that. And then you need to start listening to lots of podcasts. If your target audience do a lot of podcasts, you need to start listening to lots of podcasts. You need to join Clubhouse. Okay, some of us don't even know that other platform. You need to join Clubhouse and join their rooms and listen to them talk and contribute and introduce yourself and contribute, so that you can get seen by these people. Okay, so go to where your target audience are. I think I've emphasized that enough. Then the next thing you're going to do is to create a Google My Business page for your VA business. All right, so this is because you might not have the budget to create a website immediately. But Google My Business allows you to put your business on Google without necessarily having a website until you get one, right? Because it will still require you to link your website. So go and create a Google My Business page and put all the information you need to put about your business. You need your clients to know about you, about your services, about your business. Put it there. And then be creating content or post and be updating that page consistently so that it stays on top. So when somebody comes to Google and search for information about services that you offer, maybe they are looking for an admin VA, somebody does calendar management, and in your Google My Business page, you had shared a screenshot of a client's calendar that you had set up and organized and all of that, and you had shared a few tips for business owners who are looking to, manage their time properly and all of that. Somebody that those contents will automatically push your business page to the top of the search. Okay, so create a Google My Business page for your VA business. All right, so and this page is going to need you to have a business name and a logo, which brings you back to the first thing I talked about here, creating your personal brand. So you need to sort this one out first before you move to that. All right, so and then the next one is ensure that your social media and any VA directories that you belong to reflect your services, have your contact details and relevant experiences. Okay, there are several VA directories online. You can search for them by yourself. All right, and then whatever social media platform you choose to be on, ensure that it reflects your experiences. Okay, ensure that it reflects your expertise. That is, somebody can take a look at your Instagram account and have an idea of what you do from the kind of content you create. All right, and then ensure that it also has the way for clients to reach out to you without necessarily having to DM you. DMing you is good, but have other ways where clients can reach out and talk with you if they want to get one-on-one with you. You can use tools like TidyCal or Calendly. Calendly, yes, is an appointment booking app that you can use to set up calls and all of that. So, and then on your profile, so that is your Google My Business profile or your website or whatever, always add client testimonials or reviews. All right. I know that you're just getting started, so most of you may not have reviews or testimonials. Okay, so let's talk about portfolio. Please, if you have any question, you can ask as I move on. So let's talk about your portfolio. So why do you need a portfolio? All right, your portfolio is, it shows your clients what you can do. Okay, it shows your clients or prospective clients what you can do. All right, so now a lot of people argue that a CV is better than a portfolio and all of those things like that. Let me tell you, after offering VA services for the past 5 years or years or thereabouts, I can tell you that a portfolio does more for you as a virtual assistant than a CV. Okay, a CV only tells the prospect about you, about your skills. Okay, it tells the prospect about your past, about your skills and about your past jobs, the places that you worked, the qualifications that you have gathered all your life and all of that. It does not show them what you can actually do when you need to translate all of these things that you know into the real work. Okay, so and CVs are often used in well structured environments, like when you're looking for a corporate job. So if you're one of those VAs that want to work for companies and don't want to bother themselves with the stress of going to find clients and doing all of those things like that, you can get yourself a CV. It is okay. All right, it is okay. But if you want to run your VA business as a business, you need a portfolio. Why? Because a portfolio shows potential clients what you can do. Okay, because clients want to see examples of your work. Like yeah, the social media that you managed, or the email campaigns that you wrote and you set up for the clients, or the systems that you organized for your clients, whether you organize them on Trello or Asana or whatever. They want to see screenshots of your work. They want to see your work. Okay, and a portfolio also focuses on, showing your clients your value. It demonstrates how you solve those problems, what you did, the results you got for your clients, and all of that. So you need a portfolio. Now, if you have a CV and you don't have a portfolio, let's talk about how to create your portfolio. Okay, let's talk about how to create your portfolio. So let me just summarize here. For virtual assistants, a portfolio is far more impactful than a CV. Okay, while a CV might work in corporate job applications, I've said that before, your potential clients are looking for evidence that you can handle the tasks that they need done. So a well-curated portfolio does not only highlight your skills, but it also demonstrates your real-world results, making you far more attractive to potential clients than just the one-page CV document that they read. Okay, so if you're serious about landing clients as a VA, if you're serious about building a long-term business, if you're serious about building a strong client-centric portfolio that shows off your skills and achievements rather than relying on traditional CV, you should definitely create yourself a portfolio. So what should you include in your portfolio? Yeah, what should go into your portfolio? Let me quickly share what our one of our old portfolio looks like, because I want to use this to explain what should go into your portfolio. Okay, so as you see here, this is a portfolio that we used. I partnered up with my husband in February. Was it February or March this year? All right. That was when I partnered with my husband and we became a team together. And so we created this portfolio. So we literally started the business from the scratch. All right. So we created this portfolio to use to get clients since we had not built our website, and we just wanted to experiment that this thing still works, that somebody can hire you as a VA without Upwork, without necessarily having a website for the start. Okay, so we created this portfolio to showcase our previous work experiences and all of that. So first of all, your portfolio needs a cover page. Okay, needs a cover page that introduces either your business or the value that you bring to your business just at the first look. Okay, just at the first look. So if you look at this portfolio right here, what the first thing you see here is manage and grow your blog or business with little to no daily involvement. So the person who sees this portfolio will be like, okay, I am a blogger or I have a website and it's already stressing me out. So you mean you guys can take all of that off my hands without necessarily having me in it every day, and the person will be interested to want to go further. So, why is this thing not moving? It should be moving. Let me just do the scroll. So right here, we put in some samples of our work. So right after the first page, the client has an idea of, oh, these are the pins that they've created for their client's Pinterest account, some of them, okay, samples of our work. Then it has the introduction. So your portfolio should have a cover page and have an introduction. That introduction is where you get personal with your clients, tell them about yourself, about the value or the service that you're going to bring to them and how you're going to help them. So your introduction should talk about you yourself, because they want to meet you, they want to know you. And you should also talk about the service that you offer and how your services help solve their problem. Okay, so then don't forget to add a picture of yourself because they want to relate to the human. Then moving on from there, the next segment in your portfolio should be your services. And that service should answer the question, what can you do for this person? Okay, fine, I have read about you and all of that. So the next question is, what can I do for you, or what can you do for me? How can you help me? So the next page in your portfolio after your introduction should be your services. Okay, what you can do for your clients. Okay, so you can design your portfolio as however you want it, however as you want it, you can design it. So here we listed our services, our Pinterest services, pins creation, Pinterest profile audit, Pinterest management. So we listed all the services that we offer, you know, in this service to our clients. And then we now break it down. Okay, this is still part of the services, part of what we do for our clients. So we break it down, all right, to the different types of services that we offer inside the Pinterest service. Okay, so the first thing is we now show them our portfolio, all right? So breaking down the Pinterest services to Pinterest pins, okay? Pinterest pins creation is one of the services. So we had to show our pin creation portfolio, all the pins that we've created for our clients. If you're conversant with Pinterest, you will know about pins. Okay, so this is our pin portfolio, several pins showcasing our work that we've worked for different clients in different niches, in different industries that likes different kinds of designs and that. So it just shows them our work. And then from there, it goes with the analytics of those accounts, look at how we got this person social and social amount of traffic to their blog in a month and all of that. So all of this is a showcase of your work, of what you've done for clients or what your clients should expect to get from you. And then we now move to our packages. Okay, so from your services, you now showcase your work samples and you go and talk about your packages. So by the time the clients read about you, the next question in their mind is, what can you do for me? And then once they see all the services that you've outlined, they'll be like, okay, how do I know that you can do these things? And that is where the showcase of your portfolio that we had here comes to play, right? And then the next question in mind, okay, fine, I am convinced. Where should I go next? So you show them your packages. So the next thing is your packages. Show them packages for pin creation. This is what we do for account setup. You know, this is what it includes. This, that. This is how much you get to pay. All right. And this is how long this package is going to take us to deliver and all of that. And then we moved to our basic package, we had the elite package, and we had the pro package. Okay, and all of this contains different deliverables like we talked about yesterday. Okay, all of this contains different things that we offer to the clients. And then we have the advanced package. This is the highest package for business owners who already have, who already know what Pinterest is. They already have big volume of content and all of that, and they're just looking to market on Pinterest. So this is for Pinterest owners and big business owners, e-commerce stores, and all of that. So when you show them your packages and your price and all of that, they'll be like, okay, how can I trust you? Can I see any testimonials or review? So this is where this other part comes in. So this part is where you showcase your testimonials, your reviews, or a list of clients that you've worked with in the past. Now, the trick is that most of us just put people's names and businesses on our portfolio without asking for permission. If you're going to work with white people, please always ask them if you can use their business as part of your portfolio. All right, because you can go and do that and you send your portfolio to somebody who now reaches out to these people, and since they feel like their privacy has been tampered with, they might deny working with you, or they deny knowing you, or they deny having a good experience with you because you did not ask their permission first. Okay, so always don't just because you did a job for somebody, you just automatically carry it and put in your portfolio. Always ask your clients, can I use this thing I did for your business and list it? Can I list it in my portfolio and put your business name? Okay. Do you also mind writing me a review or a testimonial? You get. So you need to seek permission from some. For some people, they don't mind. But some clients are very private people. They love their privacy. They don't want anybody to know that you worked with them. They don't want anybody to know that you did this kind of thing for them. They pay you for the service, and that is all. Okay, so it depends on the kind of client you work with. Always ask for permission before you list them on your stuff. All right. So the list of our clients, this was an incomplete list, and then what your client says about it, that is your testimonials and your reviews and all of those things like that. So all of these things add to build trust. It adds to increase the client's confidence that, oh, this person will do my work for me and will not run with my money, and because they have done this kind of work for other people, real people, and they've gotten results and all of that. Okay. This particular client went straight up on Facebook in 2021 to talk about the stuff I did for her. And this post alone got me over 10 clients in 2021. Okay. And then the last part of your portfolio is your contact information. After you show them your work, your services, and all of that, the next question is, okay, I'm convinced I want to work with you. How can I reach out to you? So that is where your client inquiry forms comes in. If you have an inquiry form where they have to fill out for you to get information to schedule a call with them. Okay. And then your email. So if they don't want to go through the process of filling the form, they can choose to send you an email or contact you on WhatsApp or any other place. All right. So this is what your portfolio should look like, not the design, the content. Okay. The content. So your portfolio should have the introduction, it should have the services that you offer, it should have the samples of your work, it should have testimonial, and it should have your contact information. Okay. You should have your contact information. All right, so let me just share a few tips. Like I said before, do not include a client's work in your portfolio if you have not sought their permission. Okay. Then, when building your portfolio, sometimes you can work with a client and it ends up in a bad way that you will not like. It happens because you're dealing with human beings. Okay, so sometimes it ends up in a bad way and the work was terrible. And so it's not every work you should include in your portfolio. So there are some work that you've done for clients that shouldn't make it to your portfolio, maybe because that was not your best work, or because the relationship with that client went sour and you don't want anybody to reach out to them because you know they're going to give a bad review about you. So you do not include it. All right. The rule of thumb is that always use your best work, always include your best work in your portfolio. If that work was your best work and you really love it and you know that it's really going to preach a good message about you, include it in your portfolio. But the not so good ones that you know is going to discourage someone from hiring you or working with you, you don't have to include them. All right. You don't have to include them. So, how to build a portfolio without any work experience? How to build a portfolio without any work experience? Number one is create mock-up projects. Create, thank you, Gideon, Nancy. So number one is create mock-up project to demonstrate your skills. So fine, you're just starting your VA business and nobody has hired you yet, or you don't have any clients yet. Instead of waiting for a client to come, all right, before you build that portfolio, go and create a mock-up project. Okay, what do I mean by mock-up project? Project or task that shows the actual work that you want to do for your clients, like sample works. Okay, so if you're a writer and you want to write blog posts for clients and all of that, go and create blog posts. Use Google or use Pinterest or use ChatGPT to come up with ideas of blog posts that people are searching for in the niche of the clients you want to target, and sit down and write those posts. When you sit down and write those posts, you put them in a Google document and you put them in your portfolio. Okay, so instead of waiting for clients to come and hire you before you do that, you create these samples first. If you're a graphic designer, go and create sample graphics. Use Canva, use whatever tool you use, and create sample graphic designs that you know is going to sell your services. So it doesn't have to be any particular client. All right, you can generate fake client information. Okay, like there are some websites I used when I started my business to generate fake client information. One of them is randomuser.me. Randomuser.me allows you to generate somebody's name, picture, location, email, and phone number in any country you want. And you take this information and go and include it. So, for example, if you wrote a sample blog post, okay, since you don't have any clients, who are you going to say you did this work for? So this is where the fake profile you just created comes into place. So you use randomuser.me and create that fake profile. So it will give you a random profile of somebody in, any country that you want to target. So in the blog post that you wrote, you now wrote that you wrote it for this person, you know, and the fake details, which may not be necessary, just their name and their picture is okay. Okay, so in the graphic design you wrote, you created, you can use those fake profiles as the owners of the graphic designs you created. If you're creating sample social media content, you can use those fake profiles that you created to as the owners of this social media content. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. I feel like I am saying a lot of things and not even being able to coordinate myself here. So if you're creating sample social media content for your business as someone who do not have any work sample yet, you need to go and create the fake profile and use it as the owner, like as the client who hired you to do that sample work that you just did. Okay, so that's the first way to get work samples for your portfolio. Another website I used to use often was fakeclients.com. Fake clients, thank you. Fakeclients.com will give you, just like it says, fake clients. All right. Information, business name, a fake business name, fake location, fake this one, fake that one, and then it will give you a fake brief. Okay, so for example, if you're a web designer and you need it to give you a fake web design project, to give a fake web design project, all right, and tell you this says so is the social business and needs a website, this one, that one. So you take that information that it gives you and go and create a website. Now, when you create a website, you can now use the name it gave you, the business name it gave you, and all the details it gave you, and you have your sample portfolio. So this website I listed there, randomuser.me, fakeclients.com, and goodbrief.io. You can use it to generate fake brief, fake profiles that you use in your portfolio. Okay, so once you use those work samples in your portfolio, as you start to get clients, you can now replace the real work samples that you have with the fake ones that you used to start as a VA. All right, then the next way to build your portfolio without any work experience is to use your own personal work and portfolio, your own personal projects as a portfolio. All right, as a portfolio. So for example, social media managers, people who want to become social media managers and all of that, you have done the trainings and you don't have any clients and you're waiting for the clients to come before you start implementing anything. No, what you do is that thing you want to implement in your client's business, all of that strategies, all of that content calendar, all of the planning, everything, the analytics that you want to do for your clients, which you do not have yet, take it and grow your own social media accounts. Okay, so you create an Instagram account for your business, you do this one, and you implement all of those things. Now, this becomes a first work sample in your portfolio. So you can say, oh, I increased with this strategy I'm going to use for your business, I use it to increase my own social media account from so and so to this one and all of that. It is 100% believable. Okay. When I started as a business, as a Pinterest manager, I used my own Pinterest account that I created to get clients. That clients that hired me, I used my Pinterest account to show as proof of work. Okay, I took time to learn, to master my art and everything, and I took time to grow my Pinterest account with the same strategy I wanted to use to grow the clients on. So when people reached out, while other VAs were complaining they don't have samples, how did they do it? How did they do it? Me, I was spending time growing my Pinterest account. I grew my Pinterest account until I got over 500K impressions and over 100K clicks to my website and all of that. And I used that analytics, that result that I was getting from my own account, and showed to my clients. I took this account from zero to this. I took this one from zero to that, and I put it in my portfolio and I got hired. Okay, so social media managers, web designers, Pinterest managers, what's it now? Writers, even admin VAs. You want to help your clients stay organized, start by organizing your own business. That tax management platform you want to use to help your clients stay organized. Go and create an account to that platform or on as many tax management platforms as possible, and create organized systems in those platforms for various clients and various types of businesses, and take the screenshot and put in your portfolio. So you don't have to wait until your clients hire you before you do these things. You do these things, it gives you experience, because it will feel like you're actually working in somebody's business. So it gives you the experience, and it also gives you the work samples that you need. Okay, personally, I think it is fraud to want to do for another person's business what you are not doing in your own. That means it's like people who attend courses and coaching programs, and the next minute they want to start teaching somebody else without actually implementing that thing in their own business to get results. They just carry that knowledge they got from this course, and they want to go and teach another person to make money because they see it as an easy route to make money. I think that is fraud. Okay, that is just my personal thought. I think it is fraud. So I believe before you start offering any kind of service to any client and expect that client to pay you money for that thing, do it in your own business. Create fake business names and do those things for them. All right. When I wanted to go into social media management, because social media management seemed to be trendy and everything, I created like 5 different Instagram accounts, different names, different business name. One was an eyelash business, another one was a book club business and all of that. And I was managing those accounts, creating content consistently for those accounts, creating graphics, using it to showcase my graphic design skills, using it to showcase my writing skills, using it to showcase my analytics skills, until when I landed the first client. After 1 month of working with this person, I knew that social media management was not for me because I hated it. And so I left it and I went back to my first love, Pinterest, okay, and blogging. So you can create as many profiles as possible. That time you're using to comment, I'm interested, I'm interested, I'm interested in all the job ops that you see, and you're wasting your time on social media, use it to create as many work samples as possible so that you can be positioned to attract the kind of clients that you want. All right. And then another way to learn to, build your portfolio without any work experience is to offer free or discounted services. Okay. Personally, I don't like when people say you should offer your services for free in exchange for experience or portfolio and all of that. Personally, I don't like it, because you're selling your time, your expertise, your skill, and you deserve to get paid. But if you're just starting out and you sincerely cannot sit down to create these fake portfolios and do the work, then go and offer the service for free. Okay. But if you don't want to go the free service route, sit down and do this work of creating a fake portfolio, doing the work that you want to do for your clients in your own business and in these fake accounts, and create the samples so that you not have to offer your service for free. Okay, because when you're pitching clients, you don't even need to tell them I'm a new VA. Once they see your portfolio and they see that maybe you have just one or two work samples or three work samples, they'll be like, okay, this person is just starting out. All right, but the good thing is that they have the samples and they can do the work. I'm going to work with you. All right. So, but if you want to go the free route, you can offer your services for free. to gain experience, to gain build your portfolio and all of that. You can also discount your service. That is the one I did. I built the sample work and the sample account, but I also discounted my service because I saw that the entry barrier was so high for Pinterest managers. All right. A lot of people that were already offering Pinterest management services were offering at ridiculously high rates. $400, $500, $600, $1,000, and all of that. And I was just starting, and I am African, I am Nigerian, I am black, everything that they were not. Okay. And that was that, I think, was that when they caught this Nigerian scam thing was really trending on the internet that time. So everywhere, Nigerian scammer, Nigerian scammer, Nigerian scammer. So it was terrible. So I had to bring down my price, okay, to get into the room. And when I got into the room, with each client I signed, my confidence increased. And I did not care if anybody thought I was black, if anybody was being racist. I did not care because I knew what I was doing. I knew the work. And so I knew that my what I was doing was going to bring me more clients. So my confidence increased. So you can offer discounted services. You can offer your services for free. Okay, but my first point of call is to sit down and create the fake work samples. With this website I gave you, create those profiles, those fake profiles, and go and sit down and do that work and put them in your portfolio. When you do that, you will not need to offer your service for free. Okay, when you do that, you don't need to offer your service for free. So that's that part. So final takeaways for creating your portfolio. All right, a strong personal brand and well-structured portfolio are essential tools to attract and convert your clients, because these are the first things that people see when they come in contact with you and they want to work with you. They see your personal brand, they see your communication pattern and style, they see your business name, they see your image, you know, your profile, your social media profiles and all of that, and then they see your portfolio. They now decide, oh, I want to work with this person, or they be like, nah, I can't work with this person. Okay, so my advice for you is to keep updating and refining your portfolio as you grow your VA business and gain more experience. But if you're just looking to start, you can start with those fake accounts. All right. So let us get into how to get clients or how to attract the clients as a VA. So you have your services, you have your niche, and you've created your portfolio. The next natural thing is to find out how to attract these clients, or how to actually find these clients to work with you. All right. And the first thing I want to talk about in this section is the client attraction mindset. Okay. A lot of us undermine the role that mindset plays in our lives and in our business. Okay. A lot of us undermine that role. Like I said, when I started, I used to think I had a very low mentality about myself, very low self-esteem and all of that. And then coupled with the fact that I was Nigerian, living in Nigeria and working in a space that is filled with white people. Okay. I used to feel like I was not good enough. I used to feel like I will never get hired. I used to feel like, man, how can I even compete with these white guys? I'm just black. All right. So all of those things affected my mindset, and that was one of the things that make me to take that 6 months break, because I saw that I was constantly doubting myself. I was constantly second guessing myself, and I had this imposter syndrome. I am not good enough. I am a fraud. I'm this one. I'm that one. And maybe what they say about Nigerians is correct. All of those kind of things like that. And it was affecting me. It was draining me. It was affecting me. Okay, so your mindset plays a very big role in whether or not you succeed as a business person. This is why I always recommend to people to say read books, watch a lot of motivational YouTube videos. If I, people say motivation, this one, aspire to inspire, and all of that rubbish. Those things are rubbish. All right. Motivational videos work. They do what they are meant to do. They motivate you that instance, that minute to take action. Now, whether you continue to take action, that's left for you. But they motivate you, they inspire you, they charge you up to to believe in yourself and think that you're something, and then you now take that action and go and put in your business and all of that. So your mindset is very important, and whether or not you stay motivated in this business is very important. Why? Because there are so many times you're going to be discouraged. Okay, there are so many times you're going to be. I remember when I used to do cold emailing and cold pitching and all of that. I will send like 50 emails in a day and I will not get one response and I will feel discouraged. Okay, so if I had not taken enough time to do a lot of mindset work, that discouragement would have made me to just say, nah, this VA business does not work. It is not going to work for me, and I would have just given up. So, but I stayed because I had done a lot of work on my mind and I've told myself I am here for the long game. So even if it's going to take me 5 years to succeed, I am here for the long game, and I stayed on. So your mindset is very important. Okay. So it's important to understand that the key to success starts with your mindset. How do you think about yourself? How do you see yourself? What do you value about yourself? You know, the services that you're offering, how confident are you in those services? How confident are you in yourself and in your ability to deliver a good work that will make your clients to keep coming back to you? you know all of these things directly impact how your clients perceives you, because these clients are also human beings, so they can perceive this thing from afar. They can tell somebody who is confident or not. They can tell somebody who is doing a trashy job, not because they don't know what to do, but because their mindset is failing them. Okay, they can tell when you're struggling with imposter syndrome, with self-doubt and all of that. They can tell when you have limiting beliefs. They can tell when you have all of those things. Like if you're always feeling inferior. Like I used to feel inferior because I felt black meant we are below standard and all of those things. And so I'll be feeling, in the midst of those white people, I'll be feeling so inferior. I remember I attended one virtual event for VAs, and all these VA coaches and other VAs that were making four figures, five figures in their VA business were talking and all of this, and I was the only black person in that meeting, and I just felt so inferior. I just felt so low, so unseen and everything. And then something happened. The host of that meeting called me out because I was the only person that did not talk. The meeting happened on Clubhouse. I was the only person that did not talk. So the person called me out and asked me if I had anything to contribute. Okay. And so I just said a few things from my own experience working with Pinterest and all of that. And she was like, oh, wow, yes. She had not thought about it that way. This one, that one, that one. And then before you knew it, she moved from there and started advising me. And she stopped feeling so low about myself. I stopped feeling inferior, that she knows very wonderful black women who are wonderful and powerful and intelligent and are doing good work for their clients. And she connected me to those black women, and she was just all over the place, and she went and recommended me to some clients, and just by that tip I gave in that place, I got some clients, and it sort of boosted my confidence. All right. But before then I used to feel so inferior. All right. So if your mindset is failing you, or is already failing you before you even start your business, you need to spend time to work on your mindset. If you want to build a long-term business, you need to spend time to work on your mindset. You need to spend time to work on your belief about yourself. The things that you believe about yourself, they are very powerful. You need to spend time to work on your belief about yourself. If you reach to pray, pray about it. If you're a Christian, if you reach to pray, pray about it. Because at some point, those things were so heavy on me, and I just had to talk to God about it. Look, I don't know how I adopted some of these mindsets, and they are affecting me. They are no longer allowing me to grow. They are not serving me anymore. I am ready to let go of them. God, please help me. All right. I just made a very simple prayer and I began to work. I read books. I watched lots of videos back to back until I also use affirmations and scriptural confessions until those things began to give way. Okay, so pay attention, because the way you think about yourself, the way you think about your business, it shapes the way you show up and interact with clients. So if you think there are other VAs out there and they are so good and you are not even as good as them and nobody is going to hire you, that is what is going to happen. Okay, you're going to keep putting the work and people will not hire you because your mindset has already blocked that resource, that favor, that thing that would have come to you. You already blocked it in your head. Okay, so if you think people are not making money in this VA industry, people are not doing this one, people are not doing that one, that is what is going to be, that is what your reality is going to be. Okay, so tell yourself people are making money. All right. And if people are making money, I will also make money. Now, if you need proof that people are making money, you can ask me. I'll send you a screenshot of some, not all, some of the payments I have received from my clients, so that you can put it somewhere and say, if this person was able to make this much or get paid this amount at this particular time, that means I can also do it. So, because sometimes you need evidence that this thing works to boost your mind. Okay, what I used to do then was anytime I see somebody come and say I just hit five-figure dollar in my business, I will screenshot it and go and print it and put in front of my bed. So each time I wake up, that's the first thing I see. I am going to hit five-figure in my business because this person did it. I'm going to do it also, you know. And then I kept affirmations like money is possible. It's possible to make money. It is possible to make money in this thing. It is possible to become so stable doing only this thing because other people have done it. So if it is possible for other people, it is possible for you also. So I want you to go with that belief. Okay, I want you to go with that belief. So look for things, look for resources, look for things that will help you to stay motivated and to stay positive, because your mindset can ruin your business before it even gets started. Okay, so finding clients as a new VA is not just about waiting for opportunities to come, it is about seeking those opportunities or creating them. And that starts with your mindset. So if you don't believe that it is possible for a client to hire you, even as a new VA with no experience, it will not happen. So you need to first of all believe in your mind that even as a new VA with no experience, a client can hire you and pay you $100 or $200 or $50, whatever amount it is. It does not matter. The most important thing is that you get hired. Even if they pay you $20, it does not matter. The most important thing that you got hired. So that $20 they pay you will validate you. It will increase your confidence. Like, is it me that got paid 20? That means if I get paid $20, I can get paid 50, I can get paid 100, and I grow from there. Okay, so it starts from your mindset, then it starts from seeking opportunities and creating them. All right, because most VAs just wait for opportunities to come. They wait for a business owner or a company to post for jobs, and then they go and jump on that post to go and comment, I'm interested, hire me, I'm interested, hire me. They wait for somebody to come and say I'm looking for a VA before they go and start marketing themselves. They are not proactively marketing their business and creating opportunities for themselves. So go from the mindset of waiting for client to come to you and go to the mindset of seeking and creating opportunities for yourself. The way you seek and create opportunities is by reaching out to those clients on your own before they even come to post the jobs. The way you create opportunities for yourself is to put yourself out there on social media or blogs or YouTube or wherever you can market yourself. Put yourself out there intentionally and actively and shamelessly to attract people, to get visible and attract people. Because if people don't know you exist, they will not come to work with you. So actively, all right. Like I said before, I was not active on social media when I started my VA business, but I had a blog and I was actively posting content on. I was actively sharing tips, blogging tips, Pinterest tips, tips around the services I was offering in my business. So that when somebody reads this tip, they will see me as the expert and then they will come and hire me. So I was creating the opportunity for myself. Okay, the clients did not come overnight. but I was creating an opportunity. And soon enough, my blog started ranking on Google and Pinterest, and people were sending me emails back to back. Oh, I just saw this post of yours on Google. Please, I want you to come and implement this thing for me on my blog. It is so tedious. I don't have the time to do it. Please, so create opportunity. Move from the mindset of waiting for things to happen, waiting for somebody to post a job before you jump on it, or waiting for another VA to come and say this one before you jump on it, and start seeking the opportunities or start creating them for yourself. Okay. So it is important to develop a mindset of confidence and persistence. Persistence, because the VA journey is not an easy one. I kid you not. It's not an easy one. It's sometimes it can be so lonely and discouraging, with so many rejections that you face. Like maybe you send 50 emails in a day, for to prospective clients, and then let's say 30 of them do not respond at all. Like they don't even care, like you don't exist, they don't respond. And then out of the 20 that is left, let's say 18 tells you no, I already have a VA, or no, I'm not looking for your services, or no, I can't work with you, I want to work with somebody that is in my country, or no, this one, that one, that one. And then the other, out of the other two, one of them you book a call with them, and then you give them your price and they ghost you, and you're left with only one, and you're not even sure if this person is going to hire you or not. Those kind of scenarios are the things you might face in your VA journey. So you need to learn, but you need to develop the spirit of persistence. So if you're not a persistent person, if you're not a resilient person, if you're not somebody who knows how to keep pushing regardless of the odds around them, you are going to give up on the journey before it even starts, or before you even allow yourself to succeed. Okay, so build a mindset. If you want to do this VA business long term, build a very solid mindset. Okay, because most times clients do not hire based on the experience that you have, they hire based on the value that you bring to their business. So this is why having a positive mindset, because it will increase your value and make you to see yourself as a valuable person, as a valuable contribution to anybody's business, and it gets you higher, right? So moving on. So, okay, I talked about attracting clients versus chasing clients. So don't be the person who chases clients. Sorry, yes, don't be the person who is always waiting for clients to come and post, and you now start chasing them. Hey, please hire me. Hey, please this one. Hey, please that one. Okay, be the person who attracts clients through the strategic moves that you're making daily in your business. Okay, attract your clients. Yes, maybe at the beginning you might need to chase the clients, you might need to them in their emails or chase them this one, but at the back of your mind, working on something that will those clients to come to you on their own accord. All right, have that in mind. So let's look at 3 core strategies for attracting clients in your business. The first thing is leverage your existing network. You already have a network of friends on social media or wherever and all of that. And these people already have some idea or knowledge of you, whether you are a good person or a trustworthy person and all of that. So when you want to start your VA, you can make an announcement to these people. It depends on the kind of person that you are, Sha. You can make an announcement to these people and say, oh, I just finished learning so and so skill. I want to start I'm going into this kind of business, this one, that one, please, anyway, can support me. If you don't need my services, you might have somebody or know somebody who needs my services and all of that. And so you share your portfolio with them so that if they see somebody who needs your service, they can recommend you. Okay, I know a lot of VAs that have gotten hired just because they introduce their business to their existing network, their friends, their contacts, their connections from past jobs, from school, and all of that. So think about all of those places. These are just the core. Okay. Think about those people that you've known before now who are business owners, and you're targeting business owners, right? So if you're targeting business owners, think about people who are business owners that you can reach out to, that you already know, church members or whatever. Okay, so let people know about your VA business and ask for referrals. Okay, that's just one of the foundational strategies for getting clients. All right. The next one I talked about already is to build a strong online presence. So choose one or two platforms and be active on them. Now, those platforms should be where your potential clients are hanging out. So if you're offering web design service, or if you're offering Pinterest management service and all of that, there are some platforms you don't have any business being on, okay? Because you might not find your clients there. All right. So you need to go to platforms where your clients are hanging out in and asking questions every day, where they come to share their problems, where they come to share their struggles. Because those are the places where you can go to create content in, and it will attract them and get you visible. So choose one to two platforms and be active on them, and create content that shows your expertise, not just content that is trying to sell your services, so that people will not see you as someone who is always trying to sell them, but offer value first. Okay, have a value first approach to anything that you want to do in your VA business. All right, and then you can start a blog and share tips and advice that will help your target audience. Okay, so you can start a blog, you can start a YouTube channel. For example, if you want to be a SEO content writer, you can start a YouTube channel and start talking about importance of content for any business, how to optimize your content for SEO, how to do this one, how to do this one, writing tips for business owners, and all of that. And post helpful content. It will attract your clients. Okay. The first time I got on Instagram as a Pinterest manager, I wrote a very simple post. You know what we're saying? Don't give so much information away for free. People are not going to hire you again if you give so much away for free and all of that. That thing is a lie. Okay, so I posted this Pinterest post, how to set up your Pinterest profile so that you can, get traffic to your blog or website. I created 10 carousels and I made that post on Instagram. Okay, so I walked my audience through step by step how to set up their business profile. This was something I charged for in my business, but I put the content out there for free. And two clients reached out to me after reading that post and commenting it. One of them commented on the post and said, "Oh, thank you so much for this information. I'm going to try it out in my business." All right. 1 week later, she reached out to me, say, "Hey, Grace, that post she read some weeks ago, she had gone to try it out in her business and she couldn't get the hang of it. Can you help? Do you have room in your calendar to take up another client because she's ready to start promoting her business on Pinterest?" And I told her, yes, why not? And she signed, she signed my contract and made payments immediately. The second person, the same thing. Okay, so when you're posting content about your business on social media or any platform and sharing valuable tips, you're not giving your power away, like in a way where they will just take the free information and not come back to hire you. Not everybody think like that. What you're doing is that you're empowering your clients. You're building your audience and building a network of people who know this stuff, so that when they come to you to work for them or work in their business, they already have an idea of what to expect. They already have an idea of how this thing works. So they don't make it difficult for you. Because okay, there was a client I signed some years ago, Pinterest client. She had no idea how Pinterest works. She had no idea how long it takes to get results on Pinterest. So one immediately she paid money, she wanted to start seeing results immediately, and we had a clash because Pinterest does not work like other social media platforms or other platforms. Pinterest takes time for you to see results. So I had to take time to sit down and do a video to educate this person on how Pinterest works, how this one, how that one, before she could understand. And I think the next month she did not sign, she did not continue our contract. She said she could not continue because she thought it was something you just get on and see instant results and get instant return on your investment and all of that. So when you create content, I agree with you on this. My paid for a class because of what they coach. This one. Yes, yes, that's true. So when you create content, you're empowering your audience. So they already know this stuff. So when they comes to you, it becomes easy for you to even do your work because there are so many explanations you will not have to give because these people already have an idea of what works or what doesn't work on this platform or on this type of business. You're making it easy for you. All right. So create content around your business. It makes it very easy for you to get high because the client comes to your Instagram account, for example, and see all the valuable and helpful content you've been sharing all along. They just say, oh, this person, I can work with this person. Before you know, they just go and pay your invoice and that is done. And they don't even give you wahala. Okay, so build a strong online presence. If you don't want to be on social media, you can create a website and a blog for your business, or you create a YouTube channel, or you start a newsletter and offer tips around the kind of business or the kind of help you want to provide for your clients. Okay, so whatever works for you, find it and build a presence and a brand around it. Okay, so the other strategy for attracting clients is direct outreach. Okay, direct outreach. A lot of people do this and do it wrong, but I'll get there. So don't wait for clients to come to you as a new VA. Go to them. Okay, go to them. Reach out to small business owners, reach out to bloggers, reach out to coaches, reach out to entrepreneurs, reach out to your target audience who might need your service and pitch yourself to them. Okay, but before you do that, make sure you have your social media set up or you have a website or you have a portfolio so that if they respond, you will have something to show them what you can do or something that leaves a good impression about you. Okay, and when you're doing the outreach, always personalize your outreach and show that you understand your client problems, you understand their business, you understand their problems, and you have the solution to solve that problem. Okay, the solution to that problem. All right. Most people just randomly pick people's emails or reach out to people randomly on Instagram DMs or Facebook DMs and just leave a very generic pitch. It does not work. It does not work. Okay, there was one I received recently. I don't know if that person is that person signed up for this class and is offering social media management service. And she DM'd me, she pitched me in my Instagram DM, me that is not even active on Instagram. And she now say that okay, that she wants to manage. I see the beautiful work you're doing in your business, and I want to offer you my service. This one, that one. I was like, which work? I have just 3 posts on this account. So which work am I doing? You know, and the information in the pitch was so generic. It did not show that this person had put in the work to learn about me or about my business, to learn about my struggle or challenges with social media and know how to solve it. The person just brought a generic pitch that maybe they copied from some template somewhere and came and gave it to me just like that, and that and that was it. Okay, people don't respond to generic pitches. You know, a lot of people say that all these direct outreach don't work. It works if you do it well. Okay, it works. So one advice I'll give you when you're reaching out to business owners, try and do research. Try and research them. Do a Google search about them, their business, what kind of business they do, the kind of challenges that people in those kind of business experience that is related to the service that you want to offer. You know, look into them, do the work. And then when you discover their problems or the challenge they might be facing, you now come and create a solution for it and give them a tip. If you created like 5 different solutions for those problems, in your outreach, you give them one of that solution. They will come asking for more. Because by the time they go and implement it and it works, they will come for more. And when they come for more, you keep the conversation going until they hire you. Okay, so direct outreach works. It is just that most people do it wrong. That is why they don't see results. Okay, so let's talk about direct outreach strategies. Number one is cold email outreach. This is one of the ways I get consistent clients because I'm not always posting on social media to look for clients. I'm not on any freelance platform. So I use cold email outreaches to get clients. What do you do with cold email outreach? The other ones I'll just go over, but let me spend a little more time on this. So what do you with cold email outreach? First of all, you have the list of clients you want to target. Maybe clients in different niches, or let's say clients in people that have food business, that have restaurants and food business and all of that. You go to Google. That's the first step. You go to Google and you get information about these businesses. So by the time you Google food businesses or restaurants in Lagos or restaurants in Abuja, for example, their Google My Business page is going to show up. Google is going to list on the map all the food, at least most of the food business or restaurants in Abuja. Now, if you're offering web design services, from that data you see on Google, you will see that some of these people just have Google My Business page and they have Instagram page and they don't have a website. You write down their information. You go to their Instagram and you go to their GMB page and you check out what is missing. You write that information, and then once you are done gathering that data, you now come back, okay, why do people need to have a website? What is happening with what is a challenge with having just one outlet for your business? So by the time you come up with those things, you now craft an email that you're going to send to them. The email should introduce you. The email should introduce your business, your services. The email should talk about them. Okay, people like it when you talk about them, when you're praising them, you're talking about their problems, you're talking about how you can help them, you're talking about them, because people like to hear about themselves. All right, so make sure that the email is 60% about the person you're reaching out to, their problems, how you found them, their problems, what they could be missing out, how they are losing money by not using this solution that you want to profile, how they are doing this one, talk about their problems elaborately and offer a solution in that email. Offer a solution, even if it's just one solution, offer a solution or a sample. For example, if you create website, for example, and you're reaching out to somebody who does not have a website but has social media, you can create a mock-up website, what their business will look like on their website, what their business will look like when they have a website, and the benefit they will get if they get the website, and send it to them in an email. You have stated their problems, they have made them to become aware how this problem is impacting their business or could impact their business if things were to go wrong. And then you've profiled the solution by showing them what they stand to gain if they work with you or if they go with your solution. And when you do that, you can now talk about your business briefly and leave them, leave how to contact you in that email and send the email. And then you follow up subsequently. Sometimes you get a response. Sometimes you not get a response. Sometimes some people could respond to you maybe 1 month or 2 months after you had emailed and even forgotten that you emailed them. Like there was somebody I pitched a company. They have pets, they do pets. It's a pet business, it's a pet business. So they make pet products for pet owners and all of that. I had pitched them to put their business on Pinterest because Pinterest has a great audience for pet owners. So I pitched them put their business on Pinterest, and they did not respond to my email. But 3 months after, I got an email from them. Hey, is this your service still available? Is this your offer still available? Can we take it? We're ready to take on, right? Like, I was like, what? Are you serious? 3 months, like after 3 months. And they hired me because I stated their problems for them and I profiled the solution, and then I showed them samples of similar work I was doing for other clients and who were getting results on Pinterest before I thought about myself. So sometimes you might get a response and sometimes you might not, but that shouldn't stop you from reaching out instead of waiting for clients, or because clients won't come or fall down from the ceiling and just land in your business. You have to go out and look for them. So you can do that with either the cold email outreach, or you do that with cold DMs. This is the one that a lot of you do, DMs. You just enter somebody's DM and say, let me come and do this one. Like somebody was pitching me to build websites. and do Google SEO. And I was like, if this person had just taken 1 minute to research about me, about my business, the person know that this service he is pitching to do for me is exactly what I do for my own clients and for myself. So, and you would have saved yourself the stress of coming to DM me. Okay. So before you reach out to anybody in the DM, your potential clients, take time to research about them, about their business and all of that. And then there is also the warm outreach. The warm outreach is when you're leveraging mutual connections. Okay, so for example, you can contact your potential clients through a mutual connection or recommendation. Like maybe if you know me and I know you, and then you have what's it called? You offer admin service and all of that. You can reach out to me and ask me if I have anyone in my contact or anyone in my network that needs admin services, or that needs that is not organized and could use some help in that area of their life. And I can give you a name or an email of somebody that is close to me that I know that really needs help in that area. And you reach out to that person saying, oh, this person gave me your contact and asked me to reach out to you and so and said you need this, and I'm able to offer this to you and all of that. So that is warm outreach, because you're reaching out based on you're reaching out by the recommendation of somebody they already know. So even if they don't know you, they know the person that gave you their contact. And so that makes it easy for them to trust you. Okay. And then another form of outreach is using job boards outreach. That is Facebook groups, LinkedIn communities, Twitter communities and spaces and all of that. So when people make posts on Facebook groups or LinkedIn communities about the job that they need done, okay, now this one might offer you immediate result, but it's always very competitive. So you can respond to those posts in a way that gets you noticed. Instead of just going to comment, I'm interested or I'm available or hire me. I already talked about this before. You respond strategically in a way that gets you noticed. That is by going to go and research about their business and coming to give a strategic and well thought out response to the job up. Okay. Then there is also the networking outreach that you do by attending networking events, virtual events, showing up in Twitter spaces and contributing and making connections, attending virtual events, attending clubhouse rooms and contributing and talking, so that people get to notice you and you build relationship and you introduce yourself, even if it's a physical event. So it is an online business you're doing, but you can have a physical complimentary card that when you attend conferences, you get to introduce yourself and leave your card with somebody. So if they need your help, and all of that. Okay. So the next thing is your client attraction funnel. Okay, so just like we have funnels that how do you come they are wide on the top and then narrow at the bottom. So your client attraction funnel, the first stage of your client attraction funnel is the awareness stage. So this is where you're employing all of these tactics to build visibility, to gain visibility and make people to be aware of your services. Okay. So whether you're posting on social media, your website, your blog, your newsletter, your this one, all of those things are at the awareness stage of your funnel, because you're trying to use those to build awareness for your services. You're trying to use those to gain visibility and tell people, hey, look at me. This is the kind of service I'm offering. Hire me, and all of that. So once you've gotten their attention and you get visible, a client reaches out to you. They have moved from the first stage of the funnel to the second stage. That is the engagement stage. Okay. Now, what you do in this engagement stage determines if they convert to paying clients. So this engagement stage is very important. It's the middle of your funnel. So now what you do is you have meaningful conversation with them in this stage. you respond to their post, you comment, you build relationship, you build rapport, you vibe them, you bring out your personality and let them know that they are dealing with a real person. Okay, so this engagement stage is very crucial. So the engagement stage includes all of the things you do to get the clients to pay you, all of the things you have to do, whether it is to continue posting, whether it is to go and research their business and offer them trials or beta test your services, or offer them examples of work that you've done, and all of that. Or if it is to offer to do maybe a test work. Maybe if your service is 50,000 naira, you can decide to give them a test of your services for maybe for just 5,000 naira, for them to see what it feels like to work with you, to know if you're the right person. All of those things are tactics that you employ in the engagement state. That is the middle of your funnel. And then you now have the bottom of the funnel, that is the conversion state, where the client is fully convinced that they want to work with you, and then they now pay you. They sign your invoice, they get in your discovery call, and they pay you and they work with you. Okay, so as a VA, you need all of these three funnels in place. Okay, so the first two is what we are tackling in this session. The last, which is the conversion stage, which has a lot to do with pitching your services or building relationships, or discovery calls and all of that, is what we're going to talk about in day three. Okay, so the awareness stage covers your services, your niches, how you're positioning yourself, how you're showing up on social media. And the engagement stage covers your portfolio, what they see about you, how they, if they like your energy, how you're communicating with them, and all of that. And then you have the conversion stage. So your goal as a VA is always to move people from the top of the funnel to the bottom where they pay you. That is your goal as a VA. So whatever impression you're creating, whatever portfolio you're creating, whatever strategy you're using to, put yourself out there to attract the clients, it has to bring them inside your funnel, okay, to the point where they hire you. All right. So tips, let me just share a few tips for attracting clients, and we'll call it a day. So number one tip is to create valuable content on your choosing platforms that gets you noticed by potential clients. I already talked about it before, so I'm not going to emphasize it again. Okay. Then the next one is join Facebook groups and LinkedIn communities or other forums where your target clients are hanging around. Join Facebook groups. I have a list of um Facebook groups that I can show. I will need to find where I kept that link. I need to find it and send it across. Okay, so Facebook groups that are filled with white people or filled with your target audience. If you're targeting Nigerians, if you're targeting Africans, so you join Facebook groups. And when you join those Facebook groups, don't just go and stay silent, or don't just go and say, please hire me. I am doing this, and make yourself look desperate and give a bad impression about yourself. When you join the group, most groups give you opportunity to introduce yourself. So you follow the rules of the group and introduce yourself. Hey, I'm this one and that one, and when you're introducing yourself, don't just talk about your services or your business. Add a little personality to it, because people love to relate to people that are, that they see they are relational. So add a little personality to it, like saying, I'm a coffee fueled introvert person. I hate dogs. Okay, this one gets my clients all the time, because white people are all about pets, 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 pets. Me, I don't like pets so much. So when I introduce myself in some groups, I'll tell them I hate pets. And that one line of sentence will bring a lot of comments, a lot of engagement, a lot of reaction. Some of them will say avoid me. Some people will say this one. Some people will say that one. Some people say, oh, I hate pets too. Thank God somebody else is saying it. Oh, this one I want. And before you know it, you have built some connection and some relationship. And before you know it, somebody is going to hire you just because you said something that resonated with their own humanness. So don't be a robot. When you join groups and you want to introduce yourself to potential clients, say something about your humanity that makes them feel like, okay, I'm relating with another human, and it resonates. Okay, so join Facebook groups. Then engage meaningfully in discussions and offer helpful tips in those groups. So don't just be a silent group member that is just waiting for somebody to come and post a job. What do? You engage meaningfully when somebody asks a question or somebody comes and shares a challenge or something they're struggling with. Offer help, offer insight, provide solution, or tell them, oh, well, or encourage, like offer an encouragement and all that. So that way you're putting your name in the eyes of people. And it's even better now that Facebook rewards engagement in groups. Before you know it, they'll promote you to top fan or most engaged one, and people are noticing you. Okay. So engage meaningfully as you join those groups, and connect before you peace. Like I said before, try to build connection with people before you try to sell them. A lot of people avoid some VAs, some business owners, because they are always so salesy. Like they are always trying to sell. Every opportunity you get, you want to sell, you want to sell, you get. So build connection first, offer value first, look for ways you can meet this person's need or solve one aspect of their problem first before you pitch yourself. Okay, I'm not saying don't pitch yourself, market your business shamelessly, but while doing so, offer value. All right. The next one is post helpful tips, answer questions, and position yourself as the expert without being overly promotional. I just said that. Okay. Attend virtual events, webinars, participate in Twitter spaces, join Facebook live, sessions and clubhouse rooms, and contribute. Okay. All of these things puts your name out there. All of these things puts your business out there, and you don't know who is watching. You don't know who is in that meeting that needs your services, and just that little contribution that you made or just being there in that place would have made them to see you and notice you and reach out to you later. Okay, I did say at the beginning that all of these strategies are long-term strategies, so they are not going to get you results instantly. Yes, they could, but it requires you to show up consistently, committedly, and do the work for you to get result, which means you have to be patient. Okay. So the next tip is join Reddit and join Quora. Okay. These are very fantastic places that I have gotten clients from before. I've gotten clients on Quora by answering a question. Quora is that question app where people come to ask questions on different topics. So just by answering a question, I've gotten clients on that platform. Then on Reddit too, there are lots of subreddit that you can join that you can use to answer questions or interact with others and even promote your business, there on those platforms and get hired. And the beauty of these things is that those content stays on this platform for as long as you want, and people will keep finding them because this platform have use SEO like Google, so people will keep finding them. Okay, so join those platforms and create posts and respond to questions and all of that. Then, as a Nigerian, join Naira Land. Okay, join Naira Land and join Naira Land forums and participate in those conversations. Even create your own Naira Land post where you promote your services. Okay, this particular one I have not done, but I know that I've gotten the first and only Nigerian client I worked with contacted me from Naira Land. Okay, I went on Naira Land and I was commenting on different forums about web design, online marketing, this one, that one, and somebody reached out to me from Naira Land and paid for my service and all of that. So join Naira Land. All right. The next one is collaborate with other VAs or freelancers. Okay, one mistake you have to avoid is don't see other VAs as your competitors. They are not your competitors, they are not the competition. Even though you're offering the same service and all of that, you're not competing. Why? Because sometimes these VAs will have so much work, that they barely have time for any other thing, and they can pass this work to you. if you have a good relationship with them. All right. I have had I have several VA friends who are offering same services as me and offering other services, like several of them foreign. And most times when their work gets so hectic and all of that, they reach out, hey Grace, do you have space? I'm having a lot of clients, a lot of work to deliver urgently, and I need somebody to help me with Pinterest for these clients, or I need somebody to help me write content for this one. I'll be like, oh yeah, all right, send it over. Okay. And they pass it on. And some of those times I may have been struggling and they just pass on because we have the relationship. But if you don't have the relationship, you don't even get to enjoy that benefit. So build relationship with other VAs. Don't see them as your competition. See them as people you can collaborate with so that when they have overflow of work, they can pass it on to you. Or they might refer you for niches or services that they themselves don't offer. Okay, for example, I used to have a list of VAs in my referral list. A lot of foreign VAs do this, they build referral lists. So if a client comes to me from Pinterest management or web design, and that client needs social media management, I don't do social media management, but I might have a VA on my list, my referral list, that does social media management very well. And I easily, quickly recommend that VA to them, these clients. And then I reach out to the VA with my friend, hey, I just gave this person your contact. The person needs social media management, and they do appreciate it. Okay. Some of them give me commission for bringing in the sales for them. Other ones just appreciate it and we keep the relationship going. So a lot of VAs have referral lists where if somebody comes and is looking for a service that they don't offer, they can refer to you. Okay, so that is why you should build relationship with other VAs and not see them as your competition. All right. And then the next hack that I've used to learn clients as a VA is to use the freelance job boards. Yeah, but use it strategically. That is Upwork and Fiverr. All right. So you get on those jobs. You know that people are always coming to post job and they have lots of jobs. So you browse for those jobs. You browse those jobs and look for the ones that matches your skills or your service that you offer and reach out to them outside of the platform. Okay, so you're not buying Connect on Upwork, for example, to send a proposal or apply for a job, but you take the job information from that client and you get out of that platform because you don't have any business being there. You go out there and you reach out to that person outside of the platform with your email and send them your portfolio, send them a pitch they cannot resist. Okay, I have done that a couple of times and it works. All of these things I'm sharing with you are things I have done in my own business and they have worked, are things I have implemented. Okay, some worked instantly, some worked, some took months for me to start seeing results. But the moment the result came, they kept coming in. Okay, they kept coming in. So use those freelance boards, but not to go and stay there and pitch for jobs, but to go and get the job information and move out of there and go and find some, reach out to the clients outside of the platform. Especially now that Upwork now charges for connect, like they no longer give free connect, they now charge for connect. So you take the clients outside and reach out to them. All right. Then the next tip is to offer free trials of your services. I already talked about this before. So if your standard price for a particular service is 50,000 and the client say and you sense that the client is being unsure or is having cold feet or is having cold feet about investing that money because they've not worked with you before, they don't know if they can trust you and all of that, and you really want to work with this person, you can give them a trial. Okay, give them a trial. That means you bring down your services. For example, if you offer 10 blog posts, okay, for 50,000 naira, or you offer 20 blog posts for 50,000 naira, you can give them 2 blog posts. You can ask them to try 2 blog posts with 5,000. And that is money they can easily give away without feeling like they are losing something. So you offer them your blog post or your service for something that is an easy giveaway for them. And that at that fee, they will be comfortable to try. So they pay you, they have a taste of what it feels like to work with you, to you get you to do jobs for them and all of that. And when they like it, they move on. If when they like it, they hire you. If they don't like it, they move on. Nobody loses. All right. You would have gained experience and work sample, and you also got paid because you don't work for free, and they would have gained something too. Okay. Then the next tip I have for you is become a subcontractor. Okay, subcontractor is a term that many VAs use. All right, you can subcontract for another VA. What that means is that you, as the new VA, you don't have a client base, you don't have the energy or the time or the strength to market your business and bring in the clients. But you know an established VA that has a steady client base and is actively marketing and promoting themselves to bring in the clients. You can subcontract for them. What that means is that you reach out to them and build a relationship with them and ask them that they can subcontract certain tasks to you, okay, for a discounted fee. So, for example, if you charge 50,000 naira for social media management and this VA has a social media management job they want to subcontract to you, they don't have to pay you at your regular fee because you're not the one that brought the client. You're not the one that marketed to bring the client. You're not the one that went through all of that process. Your own is just to do the job. So they either pay you half of your regular fee or 40% of the regular fee, and they keep the rest for their marketing commissions and all of that. That is subcontracting. So they get the job and they give it to you at a fee that is lower than your own standard fee. Now, you use that opportunity to get experience, to get clients, to get job, to get paid and get work samples. Okay. Most people are usually greedy and they expect the VA that is bringing the clients for them to pay them their own standard fee. For example, if you are offering admin services and your standard fee is 100K a month or 70K a month, and me, I am out there actively getting that because I have a steady client base. I have an admin clients. I have a steady client base that hire me or pay me monthly every month for certain service and all of that. Now I decide to give you the admin aspect of that business just because I don't want to focus on that. So I decide to subcontract the admin aspect of my client's business to you. All right. Now, most people get greedy and expect this VA that is subcontracting to them to pay them that their standard fee of 100K instead of reducing the fee or collecting the job at the rate that this VA that is subcontracting is willing to pay. So instead of allowing me to pay you, let's say 30,000 naira, since you're just doing the work and I have to deliver it to the client and all of that, you insist on me paying you 100K and you make an issue about it and you don't even get the job. Who is losing? You, definitely. Because when you make an issue about it and refuse to reduce your price and you don't get the job, I will either do it and keep the money, or I find a VA who is willing to work at that rate to do it. The person gets the money, gets the experience, like gets real experience of working with real clients, builds their portfolio until they grow to the point where they can start finding their own clients and have a stable client. Okay. As a web designer, I was subcontracting for one web developer in the US. Was that guy in the US or in the UK? In the UK. That guy, his standard web design fee was £5,000 or £3,000 and all of that. And my standard web design fee when I was starting was $500. Okay. So $500 was not an issue for this person to pay at all. All right. But the person will get the web design project because he already had the connection with the clients, will get the web design project and give it to me at $300. Yeah, way below my normal fee. And I will do it. How long will it take me to build a website? Weeks, maybe 5 days or 1 week or 1 month. I am done. And I could do up to 5 of those in a month. So if I'm able to build 3 to 4 or 5 different websites in a month for $300, how much is that I'm making? Okay, is way better than waiting for Only God knows when I am going to sign the one client that will pay me $500 or pay me $1,000, and which in 1 month I may not find that client because I did not have that connection yet. I had not built that kind of trust in my business yet. I had not built that kind of relationship in my business yet for me to be able to find clients, back to back. So it would have probably taken me 3 months or 4 months to land the kind of clients that will give me the kind of money I would have gotten from working with this guy for 1 month and doing 5 different projects for him at a price that was way lower than my price. So I was smart and I took the deal. I did not care how much he was collecting from the clients. That was none of my business because he has his business, he has his expenses to pay. I did not care what he was collecting. My own was the fact that he brings a job to me and I did it. So I used those jobs to build my portfolio. I used those jobs to gain experience and I used those jobs to make money because they say half bread is better than none. So it is better I collect the $200 from one web design job and collect $1,000 after doing five than to stay for 1 month without a job. Okay. So become a subcontractor. Become a subcontractor. Like we were trying to subcontract some of our jobs to VAs by hiring some VAs and bringing them like content writers, specifically content writers, and bring them on board. We're trying to do that, but this particular person insisted that we have to pay her fee, outrightly insisted, refused to bring down her fee, refused to even increase the number of content she will give us for the fee she was collecting. Like she was so rigid, she refused to bring. We just let her go. Who is losing? Definitely not us because we're still getting our clients back to back. Okay, it might just mean more work for us until we're able to find other people to subcontract to. But that person has lost because that person now have to go through the process of marketing themselves to get clients to trust them, to get hired, and they are new. Okay, so as a new VA, don't be greedy. Your focus should not be on making money as a matter of fact. Your focus should be on landing the jobs consistently and building experience consistently until you can stand on your feet to market yourself and bring in the clients that you need consistently that will pay you the amount of money. So if you find someone that is willing to pay you a fraction of what you offer or what you want to sell your services for, as long as he promises to give you consistent jobs, take it and do it and build your job experience, build your portfolio, and make some money on the side until you're able to stand on your feet. So become a subcontractor. All right. Look for VAs, mature, established VAs with a steady client base and subcontract for them. Build relationship with them and tell them if you have so many clients, this service, how much you charge your clients for it, I can collect 20% of that amount. I just want to do the job. Okay, do that. That will help you to get clients very easily. Then the last but not the least is use ads. Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Twitter ads, this one ads, YouTube ads and all of that. If you need clients instant, like right now, run ads to get the clients that you need. If you don't want the instant clients and you're willing to go through the long-term process, go through the long-term process and still look for strategies that will give you instant clients or instant jobs to do. So promote your business with advertising. Okay, so that brings us to the end of today. So finding key takeaways for today being day 2 of this workshop. Finding clients takes effort, as I've said before. It takes effort, it takes persistency and consistency. All right, but employing these strategies will help you build a client base, a very solid client base over time that trusts you. Okay, like we have clients that are working with us on 1 year contracts, 1 year long contract that they renew yearly. Okay. So, and that is because we have built that kind of relationship over time. So using these strategies will help you to build those types of relationship over time in your business. Then always be proactive and smart. Okay. Always be proactive and smart. All right, whether you want to work as a subcontractor and all of that, then leverage the network that you use direct outreach, and all of the things I've discussed in this class today to get your clients and get to work. Okay, get to work. Being a successful VA is work. It does not happen in the moon. It does not happen in a vacuum. It does not happen over. It does not happen, instantaneously. It happens over time. So get to work. And let me just say it again. All of these strategies that I have talked about here are things I have personally done and still doing in my own business. Okay, like it's not something that I did last year and I stopped doing. I am still doing it actively. I'm still doing it in my own business every day, even till now. Every day I'm still doing it. So I'm not giving you something that is in the air. I'm still doing it in my business and it is working for me. It is getting results for me. So I believe it will work for you also. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much for being with me and joining this training today. Please, if you have any question, yes, any question, anything you want to say, you can say it, drop it as a comment here, or you say it in the group and I will respond. Thank you so much, Nancy. It's like you're the only person that is awake right now. Thank you so much, Nancy. Thank you. Thank you for keeping me company. Okay, so tomorrow we are going to talk about tomorrow is going to be mostly Q&A, and then we'll also talk about building long-term relationship with your clients and getting your clients to keep paying you, and then all those other tips and hacks, discovery calls, and a lot of it. We're just going to talk about that tomorrow, and that will be the end of our workshop. So let me make an announcement. All right, I know that there are just 6 of you. I don't know whether you are sleeping or not, but I let me make an announcement. I am not somebody who likes to give incentive to get people to put in the work. All right. That was why I did not give any incentive at the beginning of this workshop, because I wanted to see people who are really willing and ready to put in the work to build their VA business. Okay, to build, thank you, to build their BA business. So the announcement, I have several offers for you guys, but one of it is going to be that at the end of this training, like after going through all the tasks that you've done and everything, I am going to handpick 5 people. Okay, I could increase the number in the future, but I'm going to handpick 5 people who are going to come on board our team and work with us. That will be subcontracting certain tasks to. Okay, they are going to work with us hand in hand. And if after 1 or 2 months of probation, they are able to do the tasks where we want them, they become full members of our team. Okay, 5 of you. All right. And even if you don't offer the kind of skills that we want in our business, we will train you on those skills. So even if you're an admin person, as long as I see that you're putting in the work in this training, you're doing the work and you're investing yourself, even if you don't have the skill that we are looking for, we are going to train you so that you can work with us. And after 2 months of working with us, if we see that you have improved and your work quality is good, you become a full member of our team. And this is just one of the things that I am going to do in this class. I'm going to announce the subsequent ones tomorrow. Okay, so put in the work and build a successful VA. All right. I'm rooting for you. I am rooting for your business. I am rooting for your success. I am rooting for you. And I want to keep seeing you win. Okay. I want to keep seeing you win. I want to see you win. I want to see you win. All right. I want to see you stand up in the next 2 or 3 years and say, I started my VA business 3 years ago or 2 years ago, and this is where I am right now. And I want to hear that kind of success story. All right. So all the best. See you tomorrow.